Alright, today we're back and we'll be unboxing this pole saw. We'll be doing assembly on it and then actually using it. So I ended up getting this from Harbor Freight yesterday. Yesterday started their Black Friday sales for the inside track members. And then I think Friday is their regular sales for anyone else. So I'm trying to think what I paid for this, but altogether, using the inside track card and then the $30 gift card I got on top of it from Christmas, I think I paid like 19 bucks for this. So we'll get into it and then see what all it consists of. Alright, so it's got a 9.5-inch bar with a 3/8 pitch Oregon chain, automatic chain oiler. It says it extends to 8 feet 10 inches max. So this isn't a tool I bought because I actually wanted to buy it, but it was for what I paid for it, why not? And spring's here and we're going to be doing pruning some trees, and it sure beats being up in a ladder with the pruners and the loppers and everything. So we'll move this out of the way. We'll have to find out what that's for. That was just laying in there, so. And it is electric, it's not battery powered, so. Which is not a bad thing because the trees that we're pruning ain't really that far away from the house, so that's not too bad. So you have your instructions, you have your little Oregon chain, you got your adjuster wrench, and then the Allen head to get the cover on. I would like to point out that if you can see that on the Allen wrench is actually cracked. So I figure that's worth pointing out. They're probably not all like that, but mine that I purchased did. So we got the cracked tool. We have the Oregon chain. I'm assuming this is the bar in here. You got your handy cover for the bar and chain. And then you have your small Oregon bar. It does have the roller in the front, so that's good. And then you have your oiler holes, and then the other one would be going on your tensioner for when you tension your chain up. Right there's where you'll be filling it with your bar fluid, and then it has a sight glass right here for your minimum and maximum level, and then right there is your Allen head to take the cover off. And then that's pretty much it. You have your sprocket for your chain. Right there is your tensioner. And I can't tell if that's plastic or if that's, feels like metal. And then right up there is where your bar will be oiled. So we'll get this put together and then give it a try. Before we put the bar and chain on, there's this little piece I was showing you, and I wasn't sure where it went. Well, it goes in here, and it's supposed to protect It's supposed to protect your prongs. I probably won't be using that. I don't think anybody really does. So I figured at least I'll point that out to where that was supposed to go. Alright, now we're going to put the bar and chain on. So, bar goes on like that, chain goes around it. It might be kind of hard to hold this. Can you hold that?
Yeah.
The bar. You are going to want your teeth to go in this direction. So, we'll just put the chain on. Actually, let go. Let go once. All right, then you're going to want to adjust your tensioner. Until it lines up with the peg. Just like that. So then we're going to get the cover on and then continue to adjust that chain. We just have it tight enough to where it just stays on there now. Okay, so now we're going to adjust the chain the rest of the way. There's that wrench I was telling you about. I'll be back with a better one so I can make sure this is snugged up, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I went and got a better Allen wrench to get this tightened up. Now when you get it tightened up, you want to be able to pull on it but not have the teeth, the bottom of the part that rides on the sprocket. You don't want to be able to see them, so that should be fine. To adjust this, if you turn it this way, it'll lock, and then you just pull it out and then slide it back in, and then lock it in place. All right, now we'll put some bar and chain oil in it. Make sure you use a funnel for this because this hole is tiny. And then you just keep an eye on your sight window so you can see where full is. Doesn't hold a whole lot though, so. And that's it. On this side it says it's up to full. And that's it. We'll plug her in and give her a try. First, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try it over here over the cardboard to make sure that the oiler is oiling. All right, so now we're gonna run it for a couple seconds and see if the oiler is oiling. So when you pull the trigger, there's a safety button on the side, so make sure you push that before pulling the trigger.
It's good. Yeah, you're gonna line the oil on the cardboard.
All right, so it appears to be oiling. I'm not sure how much it's supposed to oil, but like I said, it's why I'm going to possibly do a year review on something like this to see how it lasts. So we will give it a try. All right, there's this branch on this tree that we're gonna end up cutting. I am letting the girlfriend try it because, well, I want to see if it's easy for someone else to use. So if she wants to go ahead and do that.
All right.
How does it seem to cut?
As long as you let the weight of the saw do the work, it's fine.
Okay.
You want to get that off the electric fence? It's heavy. Like, I wouldn't want to use it for repeated cutting.
The machine's heavy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I've got upper body strength. For somebody that doesn't, it's not well balanced. There's no counterweight on the back end, so the saw is heavy, which I guess causes it to be able to cut through because you've got the weight of the saw taking it, but I would want a counterweight on the back side of some sort.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now we're gonna take a look at the cut and see how it did. And doesn't seem too bad. It does have, I mean, it does leave grooves pretty good, but I mean, it's a saw. So, all right, so we got the pile of limbs going and we ended up limbing. We're trying to get more light in our yard because these trees just block everything out, but they're also nice to have at the same time. But we ended up limbing this tree and then limbed up all of this just to get some light in the yard. And overall with the saw, I'm actually quite happy with it. Once you extend the pole outward, man, does that thing get heavy. But I don't have any gripes about it. It seems to do just fine. The only disappointment was that Allen wrench that came with it. So, any questions or comments, let me know down below, and thanks for watching.